the stream. Please work. Please work.
You got a live stream notification.
Here we go. I got the blue bar still going. Okay, looks like we are live. Turn this off so it doesn't distract me. All right, we're live on Facebook. This is the Men's Health with Plexus event, and we got 6 men who are going to share their health stories and share about one of their favorite Plexus products. So we'll go around the room real quick here and do a quick intro of each of us, and then we'll get into talking about our stories and the products. I'll start with myself. My name is John Odermatt. I've been taking Plexus products and been a Plexus ambassador for, I think, 5 years now, about 5 years. And I'm currently a gold rank and almost senior gold, hopefully this month. So can move next to Clint.
Yeah, hey, I'm Clint Zentner in Minnesota. I've been doing Plexus. I've been an ambassador almost 5 years, and I'm a Ruby ambassador. Who's next?
About Randy.
Hello, my name is Randy Gens. I am a senior gold brand ambassador, and I've been with Plexus for about 5.5 years.
Okay, next up, Jonathan.
I'm Jonathan Strong, and I'm out here in Maryland. I've been using Plexus since July of 2015, and I am a silver ambassador. Most of my efforts have been supporting my wife getting her business going. So,
all right, cool. Terry.
Terry Walterstorff. I've been on the products for about 4 years out here in South Dakota, and I'm just a senior ambassador.
All right, and finally, Kenneth.
I'm Kenneth Fields. I'm from Denton, Texas. I'm a gold ambassador with Plexus, and I've been taking Plexus products consistently for nearly 3 years.
All right, so that is the group. So I'm going to try the old spotlight here. Hopefully this works. I'm going to go first. All right, so you should just be able to see me. Hopefully that's working. And I'm going to talk about my personal Plexus story. Like I said, I started taking Plexus about 5 years ago, was introduced to the products through my sister, who started taking Plexus to treat IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. And my wife, she heard about the success that my sister has had, and she started for some different digestive issues. And I saw the big changes in them and decided to give it a try, not because I had any of those same digestive problems, but because I had other health issues, and really health issues that a lot of people just probably consider normal for someone in their mid-30s. In today's society, it's kind of normal to have no energy, to be drinking coffee the entire day, to have your metabolism, pretty much go down to almost being non-existent. And I got in this cycle where my weight, just the scale kept going up, no matter how much I worked out, no matter what I did from a diet standpoint, and just a vicious cycle. Very, very common, I think, for a lot of people, and a lot of males especially, kind of get in that tough spot when you hit your mid 30s, and you kind of lose that thing from your 20s when you could eat anything and burn it off without really trying. So when I tried Plexus, I started with Triplex, and we'll kind of talk about some of the products that are in Triplex. It's a 3-product mix, which is Slim, ProBio, and BioCleanse. And I know that Clint's going to hit on Slim, and Randy will hit on ProBio 5. So I'll let them talk about that. But essentially what it does is it got my gut healthy. And the first thing I noticed was energy. And the way I noticed it is I got in this very kind of, looking back on it, a pretty dangerous situation where I would be driving home from work and, working from 8 a.m. until, 5 or 6 p.m. And I'm driving home, about a half-hour drive from the office. And I would be so tired. And this is after drinking coffee, and sometimes even drinking coffee on the drive home from work that I would be slapping myself in the face as I drove home. And the first thing I noticed benefit from Plexus was one day I was like, wow, I feel good. I feel awake. This is interesting. Wow. It's after 5 p.m. and I feel like I could go work out or go home and play with my daughter. So that happened, then it kept happening, and that was the new normal. So if that was the only win, that would have been just spectacular. But over time and adding in some other products, specifically Block, Balance is a similar product to Block that Plexus offers. So Balance or Block to block the what it does is essentially when you eat carbs and sugars, about half of it just passes straight through you. And when I incorporated that as well, I started to notice really weight starting to fall off. And then later when Plexus came out with MetaBurn and I incorporated MetaBurn, and I, that kind of ramped it up to the next level. And all told, it didn't happen overnight. This was over a couple of years, but I lost 50 pounds. And it's crazy. It's crazy to even say that, because when I think in hindsight to myself 5 years ago, I didn't feel like I had 50 pounds to lose. I didn't feel like I needed to lose 50 pounds. I thought that how I was and, how I was feeling, I thought that was normal. But, when you get the energy back and when you, have the energy to go for long runs and, play outside with your kid and do all these things, it really changed my entire life. And I have Plexus to thank for that. And of course, on top of that, my wife is a Ruby ambassador. I'm a Gold ambassador, and there's some income that comes with that as well, which is very nice, pays our mortgage every month and more. So it's been great to us so far. And I want to talk about one of my favorite products. I mentioned MetaBurn right there. And I don't take MetaBurn all the time. I did for a while, and that's, when I was really trying to lose weight, I was taking it. I'll kind of take it strategically now. I actually use MetaBurn as a pre-workout before a run or before a workout. It has endurance boosting qualities to it, but it's a great fat burner. It boosts your metabolism, and on top of that, which is really cool with MetaBurn, is it boosts your mood and it gives you focus. So this isn't something you have to take and pair with workouts. You can just take it and enjoy the benefits of it. But it's a great product and one of my favorites. And the guys are going to talk about some other ones that are my favorites too. I take everything that they're going to talk about too. So we'll move on next to Clint to share his story and to talk about Slim.
Let me know when I'm spotlighted and I'll get started.
All right, there we go.
Great. Thank you very much, John. That was great. I am Clint Zentner. Like I said, I'm from central Minnesota, married to my wife, Brandy. She's a senior Ruby ambassador. We have 10 kiddos and a big blended family. I'm an engineer. I've been in engineering and management for manufacturing for about 25 years. So I'm super analytical. I've been doing Plexus for about 6 years, and I've been an ambassador a little over 4 years. And you would think I would have jumped right in, but maybe like some other men, I was a skeptic. I was prove it to me. What is this stuff we're doing? I should have been the first person that jumped on it though, because my health was terrible. I was lungs just completely breaking down. I've had asthma my entire life, and my body, I didn't take care of it. Any of you guys eat like, ding dongs and mac and cheese and hot dogs and everything, just carbs your whole life? That was me. And my body just said, that's enough. I smoked for 20 years. I grew up in a house with smoke. My body was just said, you're done. And Plexus came into our life accidentally. For one of the kiddos, we were trying to help with some attention stuff. They were getting all healthy, and I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker. Finally, I was literally on my deathbed. I put my will together. I started saying my goodbyes to the family because my health was so poor. I didn't know how much longer I was going to be around. I was so broken. I finally, one day, January 2nd, 2016, said, hey, what do I have to lose? if this works, I win. If it doesn't, it's not going to do any harm to me. I started taking the products. As John talked about, I started with the triplex combo and the multivitamin and the omega. So my wife just said everybody needs those. So I did. I started noticing my cravings started to change. My body started to have more energy. And I just started listening to my body and listening to the cravings. I hated water. I was drinking 2 to 6 cans of Diet Mountain Dew a day. There was no room for water. Eventually, I drank my first water. Eventually, I ate my first banana. I ate my first apple. And then I just progressively started listening to my body. My breathing was so bad. Like we have 10 kiddos. I couldn't push a stroller on flat ground for more than a few blocks without having an asthma attack and having to have somebody come pick me up. At work, going up one flight of stairs, I remember stopping at the bottom of the stairs, looking up the stairs, have to sit there and get my composure, knowing that just walking up a flight of stairs was enough to send my asthma in overload. And I would have to have a rescue inhaler in my pocket just to go up a single flight of stairs. Well, after doing Plexus, like John, I was able to lose over 50 pounds in my first year. It's crazy, crazy. And about 7 months in, my body started healing itself enough where I actually started to be able to exercise. I started with 1 push-up. I started with just doing basic stuff. I joined this fitness thing where I had to do a 5K, like 3.1 miles. I was the guy that couldn't do 5 blocks. I ended up doing a 5K. It was ugly. It was terrible, like snot coming out of my nose. I felt like I was going to puke. It was hard. I remember thinking, this is so hard. Why am I going to do this? I should just go back to bed. It would be easier. Well, I'm so glad that day I didn't. I decided to take the hard path, and I've did that 5K, and I've done over 100 5Ks since. I've done 10Ks. I've hiked 35 miles. I've done Tough Mudders. My body is not perfect, but it's way, way better than it was. It's all thanks to Plexus. Plexus is giving me my life back. Literally, it's giving my family their husband and their daddy back. And it's been such a joy. Like all the other guys that said, I was able to then dive into personal growth. I'm not going to say no to the checks. Let me tell you, it's nice to get some residual income for helping other people grow and be healthy. But I could go on and on about my story. My product today is Slim. We have 2 versions of it. It's called the Pink Drink. We have a microbiome activating and a hunger control. All you do is you open it up, you mix it in the water, it turns pink, and you drink it in the morning. Originally developed for type 2 diabetics to help balance blood sugars. They found it works so good at balancing blood sugars and pulling out toxins and fighting sugar cravings that they said everybody in this world needs this. So you don't get on that crazy roller coaster of blood sugar high, blood sugar low, like John was talking about, slapping yourself silly. That's what this does. It helps balance weight, gives you all day sustained energy. It tastes amazing. Gut health, hunger control. You can't go wrong. Who's next?
Hello, my name is Randy Gens. I'm from Rogers, Arkansas. I'm a gold ambassador with Plexus. I've been with Plexus for about 5 years. My wife was introduced first, and her name is Karen Gens. She's been with Plexus for over 6 years, and she is a senior Ruby ambassador. So she had several health issues that she was trying to overcome, and seeing the results that she was having, we had talked about me trying it. My health overall was pretty good, so I was pretty skeptical of trying the products. I didn't know if they'd work for me. So my story is probably a little bit different than some others. I got on the triplex combo originally, and I honestly didn't see any results or feel any different until the 4th month. And in between that, I wanted to quit several times, but with the encouragement of my wife, she's like, these products work. You just have to give it time, because everyone's body is different. Everyone's health is different, and they ultimately get to the root cause of whatever issues you deal with. And at the 4th month mark, everything was kind of falling into place. I was sleeping better. I was having more energy. I was starting to see sugar cravings being reduced. And the biggest win is that I finally was able to kick my soda habit. I haven't had a soda in close to 5 years. And it's also helped. I was on blood pressure medicine, and that took a little bit longer to overcome, but I am no longer taking blood pressure medicine. And I have my runs in the morning are better. I have more energy at the gym, and I was finally able to lose, the last, 10 or 15 pounds that most of us guys struggle losing. So, I was in relatively good shape, but I am so glad that I gave these products a shot, and that my wife held me to the fire to stick with it. And the product that I am talking about tonight is ProBio 5. And this one right here, literally everybody should be taking every single day. And it partners with Slim that Clint talked about and BioCleanse. But ProBio 5, in a nutshell, it breaks down all the junk in your body, in your gut. And it also provides good probiotics and enzymes to your system to have a flourishing microbe in your gut. And it's crazy awesome product.
Okay, next up is Jonathan.
Good evening, everybody. So I started we were introduced to Plexus. My wife was teaching some middle schoolers at church, and her co-leader invited us to go and go to a sip and see. And I'm, in the military for over 20 years now, and struggled to keep my weight where it needs to be from an Army perspective. So I heard a lot of the testimonies about weight loss and how Plexus helped with managing your weight. And so I was interested, but I also saw the bigger picture as far as what the business could do. I work full time. My wife was staying at home with our kids. So I said, I'll take the products, you signing up for the business. And that's how we started off. I started with the Slim, but I also took Accelerator and Boost, which those products don't exist anymore, because I was trying to jumpstart that weight loss. Learn a little bit more. I switched to the Triplex a couple months later. But for me, it wasn't the weight loss that I got relief from. I had severe pain in my feet. It was like walking on broken glass. I'm a guy, I don't go to the doctor. And so I don't know what the pain was from, if it was plantar fasciitis or neuropathy. All I know is within about 2 weeks of drinking the Slim, that pain started to go away. At the end of the month, the pain was completely gone, and I haven't had that pain in my feet since. So I am extremely thankful for that. The pain was so bad, I was about ready to crawl when I got out of bed as opposed to walking. So if nothing else, not having that pain in my feet, it would be fabulous. But I also had, 15, 20 years of being high cholesterol. My bad cholesterol was through the roof. The good cholesterol was in the basement. And after about, 2 years of taking the omegas, my cholesterol levels finally got within a normal range. So not having to take the fish-based oils of omegas with the plant-based that we've got, it's just been fabulous for me, because I would take the statin drugs that the doctors would prescribe, and my skin was like, I would like to scratch the stuff off. So I stopped taking it. I was like, there's just going to be a different way, and thankfully there was. So like I said, we've been doing Plexus since 2015. So we're 6 going on 7 years. And my wife, Kathy, is a senior gold, right on the edge of hitting Ruby. So just trying to push over the edge there. I'm going to talk to you about lean. There's a chocolate lean, and there's get it in focus here. There we go. Oh. And there's vanilla. The leans are great. The chocolate's like a Wendy's Frosty. The vanilla is great to add in fruit, whatever else. You can have 1 scoop makes a snack, 2 scoops is a complete meal. It's got all the nutrients that you need for a complete meal. It's not just a protein shake. So they're filling, right? I can have that either as breakfast or as lunch and be able to go through the next, up and through to the next meal. I'm hitting off the new year like most of us, got goals to lose more weight. So I love food. I'm just a food guy. I like to barbecue. I like to grill. But I need to get some more weight off. And so I'm going to hit the new year with getting 2 meals replaced with lean and really hit the year hard and make 2022 a good health year for me.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Next up, we have Terry.
Hey guys, hold on here. All right. Hey everyone, I'm Terry Walterstorff, and I am the husband of Senior Ruby Ambassador Tina Walterstorff for about the last 28 years. I'm father of 3, and I'm an engineer, which sounds like there's a couple other ones on the call. And really, that just means I sit behind a desk way too much. So prior to Plexus, like I've heard several guys mention, I would drink about 6 cans of soda a day, just trying to get through the afternoon and push through that afternoon crash and just try to stay awake. And my wife Tina had started the Plexus program about 5 years ago, and I watched her for the first year. And to be honest, I really didn't want to spend the money on it, and I didn't realize how much I needed it. But I started to see my wife's incredible results, and with her encouragement, I decided to give it a try. I started first with Slim and the X Factor, and I've been on those products consistently every day for about 4 years now. Never miss a day. I was actually amazed at how quickly things turned around for me. Really within the first week, I couldn't believe it, but I didn't crave soda anymore. I can now say I haven't had a soda in 4 years, and I no longer suffer from that afternoon crash, which was, it was just daily I would crash. 4 years ago also, I was having some high cholesterol problems, and the doctor wanted to put me on cholesterol medication. But since going on Plexus, my blood work has been amazing. And this fall, at my annual checkup, my doctor told me if I keep this up, I'll live to be 100. So I don't know if I want to live to be that old, but that was kind of good to hear that. So, the supplement I'm going to talk to a little bit tonight is Active, and I forgot to grab my packet of Active. That's really simple. You just add it to water. Active is a natural energy drink that provides long-lasting energy and boosts mental clarity. And let's be honest, we all need that. I drink it on days when I know I'm going to work a long day and into the evening, or when I plan to work out, and I plan to work out more in 2022, I promise. So, other energy drinks that you may have tried, they're filled with sugars, stimulants, and they leave you feeling anxious and jittery. And I'm just thankful that Plexus gives us a healthier option that doesn't do that. Active works by increasing your natural nitric oxide production up to 175%. Thank you, Grace. There it is. So it increases the natural nitric oxide production up to 175%. And what that does is that signals your blood vessels to relax and allows the blood to flow better. That allows the blood to deliver more oxygen and nutrients to all of your active muscles. And I also recently read that the increase in nitric oxide also helps prevent heart disease. So that's good news. Look, in 2022, I think people need to really think about how they want to show up. And I know these products help so many people overcome health struggles and to live the life they were designed to live. And my hope is that for anybody listening tonight or tuning in later, that you'll have the courage to make the change and try these products. So thanks for listening.
All right. Thank you, Terry. And next up, last but not least, is Kenneth.
Hello, guys. I'm Kenneth Fields. I'm from Denton, Texas. I'm 48 years old, and I have been consistently taking Plexus products for 3 years now. And what I mean by consistency, about 5-6 years ago, my sister is a diamond ambassador, Angela Zumwalt, and about 6-7 years ago, she tried to get me to take Plexus products. I was nearly a 400-pound man, and I've been on every single diet that you can possibly think of, and I failed miserably at them all. After being in the car business for almost 25 years, my weight got out of hand. I graduated high school at 185 pounds, and by the time I was 45, I weighed nearly 400 pounds. Fast forward to December of 2019, I took a picture in front of a Christmas tree that changed my life. I seen the picture of me and my mom and my sister, and it made me sick. My body was over half the frame. My body was bigger than my mom's and my sister's put together, and I knew I had to do something. So after a long emotional discussion with my sister, I started January 3rd of 2000 on my weight loss journey. And over a year, I lost over 152 pounds. Now, Plexus is just a tool. It's a tool that I used. I coupled that with a good, healthy diet. I was on the ketogenic diet for that entire year. I drank my water. I started exercising. But the biggest thing I always tell people about Plexus, it does take time. I didn't really notice anything other than energy over the first 30 days. But after 60 days is where I started noticing huge gains in my health. My joints no longer hurt. I used to just walk to the mall or go, walk from the parking lot to inside the mall, 150 yards. I come home, my knees are all swollen, my joints hurt. And it was a terrible, miserable life. And those things started kind of subsiding. They started getting less and less, started hurting less. But what made a real big believer of me and Plexus products is when March of 2000, when all the gyms shut down, I no longer could work out. I was scared to death I was going to start gaining my weight back. But I consistently took the products. I drank my water. I ate healthy. And by that August, I had lost 125 pounds. They started opening up the gyms again. I ran into a friend of mine that I'd tried to beg to start taking Plexus products with me in January, and he'd seen me, and I had to pick his jaw off the floor after he seen the results I was getting. And I knew then at that time that this Plexus journey that I was on was no longer about me. It was about helping other people realize that these products have a lot of benefits. I started on the Renew You Essentials, which is a lot of things because I needed a lot of help. I had and I don't even think they make that package anymore, but I had the lean drink. I was taking the triplex, the MetaBurn, X Factor. I mean, I was taking a bunch of the products, and I started adding other products as I went along. But the changes in my life that Plexus has given me has been nothing short of a miracle. I do things now that I never could do before. I ride bikes. I go hiking. We road bike. We mountain bike. I've skydived. I've done. I'm there for my family now. My focus at work has gotten better. I mean, there's so many things that has helped me. The Plexus has helped me with my performance at work. I mean, it was just got better. I could focus better. I felt better. Of course, my attitude was better. It's just been incredible to me, and to see the things that this Plexus products has done for other people has just been amazing. But then one of the most amazing things that I can tell you about Plexus and the products is not just the products, but the people, the information, and the cheering and the encouragement that I have received over the last couple of years from Plexus. It's been incredible. They've taught me so much. I've learned so much about my body, about nutrition, and it's been an incredible journey for me. The product that I like to highlight is one of my favorite products. And at first I was kind of down on it because I really didn't understand it, but it's X Factor Plus. That's a multivitamin that Plexus has. And one thing that I noticed immediately is when I went to the bathroom, I went to pee. I didn't have what I call vitamin pee, where you can smell it. Looks weird. Your pee looks weird and everything, but it's a fantastic multivitamin. Has over 19 essential vitamins and minerals that have over 100% or more of the daily value that you need. It's got your high potency complex B vitamins. It helps with your focus, your metabolism. It helps women with menopause symptoms. It helps your thyroid. It gives you thyroid support. I mean, the multivitamin is fantastic. And the thing I learned about the reason why it works so well is they utilize both the inside and the outside of the aloe plant that helps you absorb those nutrients. So when you're paying money for a multivitamin, you're actually getting your money's worth as opposed to being 60 or 70% of it out. So, but I tell people all the time, Plexus is not just for weight loss. That's what I used it for, but there's so many things that it can help. They mentioned about, one of you guys mentioned about the energy drinks. I have a friend of mine, Theron Nash, who rides with me, who had been a drinker of Red Bull for almost 20 years. And I introduced him to Active. I told him he needed to try it, and I gave him 3 packets. I said, you need to try it. Instead of drinking your Red Bull, you need to try it. And the guy hasn't drank a Red Bull in probably 11 or 12 months now. He loves the stuff. I had some extra Active this weekend or this past week that I had. It was the apple cider Active. I let him try that, and he thought I gave him a pot of gold. He loves that stuff. But Plexus products are fantastic. It's absolutely changed my life. I'm 48 years old. I'm in the best shape of my life. I guess that I'm able to do things that I never thought I would be able to do again, and it has been a godsend for me. And I just want to thank everybody in the Plexus family for giving me all the support and the encouragement over the last couple of years, because y'all have definitely helped me realize my and helped me get my life back. And it's been a blessing. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kenneth. I was trying to bring everyone back up here, and I guess I got to go view gallery. There we go. Yeah, I just wanted to say a couple words here. And I mean, first of all, I mean, these stories are absolutely incredible. I mean, to hear from you guys, to hear from other men who are using these products, it's great to hear. So thank you all for taking the time to share today. And I would just say to anyone out there who's watching this, either you're watching live or if you're watching the recording or you find it on YouTube, please reach out to the person who shared it with you. And I mean, at the very least, thank them for sharing with you, because they care about you and they care about your health. And, they're doing so and sharing these awesome products to try to help you out. So please thank them and follow up with them. And once again, thanks to the 5 of you for coming on, sharing your stories.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a great night, everyone.